Hello and welcome to my channel, You Are the One, where we talk all things law of assumption to help make your manifesting journey easier and more fun. And today we are talking about manifesting on a specific time schedule. Can you do it? Yes, you can. And this is another Neville Says. So I'm going to read a quote from the Complete Reader on this specific topic about how you can manifest on a specific date and time. So stick around. My name is Hedley Derenzie and I am a qualified life coach and author specializing in the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our reality. So if you want to change any part of your reality, then you have to know how to change the story first. And if you'd like to create the most amazing reality, then it really helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories. And that's where these teachings can really help. And that's why I am here. I want to help you to tell the most amazing stories you could possibly imagine for yourself so you can have the most amazing reality. If you would like support with that, I am available for coaching. I have personal coaching and online coaching. I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story that you want to be telling. All of that you'll find in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, today we are going to do another Neville Says because I have not done one in ages and I'm feeling like I need a little bit of Neville. Neville. It's time. It's time to reconnect with the big Nev. And of course we do that with the wonderful book, The Complete Reader. If you haven't read this, this is The Complete Reader. This is all you need. It's complete. So check it out. I love it. I haven't read another book in the last couple of years because this is really all I need. It's all I want. It's all here in The Complete Reader because this book is a collection of Neville's books. It has about 10 in them, including the book Freedom for All. And I wanted to read you a specific part of the chapter for The Secret of Feeling around manifesting on a specific time, because we talk a lot about manifesting being something where we're doing it in consciousness and then there's a gestation period while reality organizes itself and your manifestation will show up at the perfect hour. Now, that hour is unknown because reality is not something that we can control. Therefore, manifesting can happen at any time, really, as long as we are clear with what it is that we're manifesting and we're holding the assumptions that support that manifestation and we've revised anything that is working in opposition to that manifestation, then it'll show up, but we don't really know when it will show up. But here, Neville is actually saying, and this is taken from a translation, a story, a parable in the Bible, and I won't go into that story because I don't think we need to know the parable to really get the benefits of this teaching, and I'll just get into it. If Sunday is the day on which the thing desired is to be realized, then Sunday must be fixed in consciousness now. Simply begin to feel that it is Sunday until the quietness and naturalness of Sunday is consciously established. You have definite associations with the days, weeks, months, and seasons of the year. You have said time and again, today feels like Sunday, or Monday, or Saturday, or this feels like spring, or summer, or fall, or winter. This should convince you that you have definite conscious impressions that you associate with the days, weeks, and seasons of the year. Then, because of these associations, you can select any desirable time, and by recalling the conscious impression associated with such time, you can make a subjective reality of that time now. Okay, so if you are wanting to manifest something, to bring in a state, a future state, to bring in an event on a specific day in the future, the way you do that is to call forth your association with that day. So if you are wanting to have a wedding on a specific date in spring, then you would have to call that date ahead through your conscious awareness. So you would bring spring, you would bring that date in spring into your conscious awareness and you would make it now. So how do you know you're in spring? How do you know you're on a Sunday in spring? Then you would have to draw into your awareness your association with Sunday in spring. Keep in mind, you've lived that day in the past. You have a memory, a record of that specific day in your mind, in your awareness. You've experienced it with your five senses. So you have to close down your objective senses now, meaning you have to shut out this objective world that you're in right now, and then bring to your awareness that day, that Sunday in September or spring or whenever that is. Actually, sorry, I'm thinking from the Southern Hemisphere. So whenever spring is for you, bring forth the association you have with that future day. If you're wanting to have somebody to text you on your birthday, then you have to block out your objective world now. You have to block out the day you're on now, and you have to call forth your birthday. Now, you have had birthdays in the past. You have an association with your birthday. So you are able to bring forth the memories, the associations, the feeling, the state of consciousness of the day, which is your birthday. You bring that forward. You make that day real in your awareness now. And then you bring forth that text message and you see yourself receiving a text message on your birthday. But you have to call forth the day and time in your awareness. And you have, having lived through multiple 365 days of the year before, you have a five sensory association with every single day of the year. You have an association in your memory. You know what each day feels like. You may not remember it, but you can sense, like if you're thinking of the 25th of September, let's say, you would bring forth the association that you have with that day. You might want to look up what day that is. So if it's a Tuesday, then you would look up a Tuesday. Now, what's the association you have with Tuesday? And then what's the association you have with September? And then you would call forth that state of consciousness associated with that specific day, and then imprint your manifestation into that association. With everything that you're doing it with your imagination, and you're doing it with your subjective senses, your imaginary senses. You are engaging your five senses in your imagination to anchor yourself into that event, that future event that is not yet manifested or solidified in your reality. So yes, you absolutely can manifest on a specific day and time. And the key is to bring forth your association with that day and time into the now. It's super important. You have to anchor yourself into that day and time using your subjective senses. So not your objective senses, which are the senses you experience your objective world with. Your subjective senses are your imaginary senses that you experience your subjective world with. That's the world that you're creating in imagination, in consciousness. So yes, you can absolutely do it, but it requires conscious, directed awareness to that day and time that you're wanting your manifestation to show up on. You have associations with each day, with each month, and with each season. I would say focus on those three in order to anchor yourself into that specific day and time, and then bring your manifestation, bring the event, the fact you're wanting to experience on that specific day and time, and you would rehearse that over and over until it is real within you, within your imagination, within consciousness. That is how you manifest on a specific day and time. Now, I would say in each one of these events, these imagined events that you're working on, really activate the sense of touch. So really make sure you can touch something in the scene. Whatever it is that you're playing out, use that sense of touch to anchor yourself into that scene, to make it as real as possible, because that sense of touch is really powerful when you're creating a future event. I'll leave it there. Play around with it. As always, don't take my word for it. Play with it and have your own experience with it. And if it doesn't work the first time, do not give up on yourself. This is not a once-off. This is not like I'm going to imagine one thing once, and then if it doesn't show up, I'm just going to like throw out the toys. That's not how this works. And I know a lot of you don't do that. You just keep working with yourself. You stick with yourself. You stay committed, because these laws are sound. The techniques are sound. They work. If they work once, they work. And if they work for one person, they work. So just stick with yourself and stick with the techniques and give it another go. And just know that if you persist with something, if you persist with yourself, if you commit to yourself, you will absolutely see movement in your reality, because reality is just a reflection of what you're doing in consciousness. It's just a reflection. So if you're really committed to this new state of consciousness and you're really embedding it and it's very real for you, then it has to be reflected back in your reality. That's the game. That's like without a doubt. That's how it works. Reality is just a reflection of consciousness. So I hope that gives you something to play with. Have fun with it and report your success stories back in the comments box below. I love reading them. And as always, please remember that you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you, assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, and share. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.